Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bring It On. Let's pursue some more rumors. There's a couple rumors in Langren's Belt, one of which is tied to Tervantius. It's also right beside one of our main quests, so I'm going to hold off on that for right now, and instead head towards Emperor's Palm.
A temporary setback.
Yes.
Grovel before the true power of humanity.
Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Rejoice in battle!
And Argenta has been set up for success.
Each stroke is a prayer.
Twice over.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act.
They'll write legends about me.
Eradicated.
There's still two up there.
Doubt is for the weak.
But I think she has enough movement to get up there.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll do it.
As the Emperor commands, I... Each strike is a prayer.
Oh, there we go.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment. My faith shields me.
So I have a warp route from Furibundus to Emperor's Palm. Oh no, it goes past. I see.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Purge them!
It's as good as done.
I could give that first turn to Ulfar instead. Let him start killing.
Follow my lead.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize. Tell me, and it is done. Don't get too cocky.
Doubt is for the weak.
I'll do it.
Eradicated. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Hey, leveled up again.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll do it. Am I getting paid for this? You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
There we go. Just to make Jai feel
I
more
hold
involved.
all the cards.
I won't object to it. Vengeance will be swift. Naturally.
Your reckoning is due.
Oh, that's okay. He got the two that I wanted him to get.
Guided by faith. Justice for the weak.
I'll do it.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
I could just go up to him and kick him instead. I don't think this is gonna work.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
The wolf is on the hunt.
And there you have it.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Scorn the pain.
I know these random encounters are fairly repetitive, but I never get tired of them, seeing how powerful my party is now. Alright, so Nola Septum, and that should... Yeah, I see the warp route between the two. To Emperor's Palm. Oh, I think this is new. The steady rhythm of life aboard the vessel was disrupted when, on the 4th watch of the voyage, the lower decks had their gravity reversed. The stunned denizens of the afflicted sectors were woken up by being torn from their assigned beds and tossed onto the ceiling. Numerous injuries and fatalities were reported. The difficulties in performing regular duties due to the gravity reversal continued until the end of the journey. After the ship exited the warp, the gravity returned to the accepted norm, an event that once again was accompanied by deaths and injuries among the crew. I feel like they would have anticipated that and had people go back down to the floor and strap themselves in or something. The Immaterium released us from its grip, this time. But I feel like the normalizing of gravity would have been something to expect.
Is there money to be made? Your heresy ends here.
Your skull is mine!
No, my skull is mine. Oh yeah.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
The Emperor is on our side.
I can do that, with the right incentive.
Misclick there. That's okay. So I think I'm gonna let Heinrichs do the work this time. Just to mix things up.
Don't get too cocky. I can do that, with the right incentive.
Plus Argenta's turn is next anyway, so...
Tell me, and it is done.
For the throne's glory. But of course, Lord Captain. I won't object to it. Let's see to it. I feel the power surging. I need a foothold. I'm done with this one. Naturally. For the throne's be gone!
Wanna see a trick?
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. You, my Emperor!
So there have been situations where we were able to one-shot bloodletters. I'm not sure what's changed.
Each strike is a prayer.
Oh, cool. Not often that Jai gets the killing blow, or killing... Well, she gets killing blows pretty frequently.
Keep your wits about you.
She does a decent amount of damage despite not being built to do damage. Alright, some stuff to check out here, but first, let's level up. We get a second tier R-type talent and a characteristic. Alright, so I think Punish the Imprudent, followed by... Haunting Opportunity. So Punish the Imprudent. Once per round, whenever an enemy that considers the Vanguard a priority target enters a cell adjacent to the Vanguard, the enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. And Weapon Skill. Let's do Exposing Communion. Pascal's attacks and effects of the Expose Weakness ability gain bonuses against enemies under the effects of Machine Spirit Communion, as if those enemies had 2 more stacks of Exploit. And Ballistic Skill. Let's just grab Open to the Warp. Enemies affected by the Navigator's ability suffer a stacking -10 penalty to the next resistance test from the Navigator's powers. The penalty is lost after such a test is made. She can use her Gaze ability twice per turn. The second time, they'll have that debuff. I guess Perception. She has that one talent that lets her use Perception in lieu of another characteristic. Yeah, pass unscathed. Let's do Fortress Zone. Allies under the effects of Trenchline Stratagem will dodge area attacks without movement and are immune to all types of forced movement. And Fellowship. This could be useful. I might have to give him a better sidearm. So he can't use his sidearm once he pulls out his Sword of Faith, so maybe that's not worth it. Let's do Awaiting Orders. So every round, the first single target ability used by an ally on the Archmilitant grants +1 action point to that ally. It doesn't buff him up necessarily, but more AP is just good. Oh no, let's do Flash Fire. Didn't realize he didn't have that. So the cost of Wildfire is reduced by -1 AP for every 3 stacks of versatility instead of 4. And Strength. Close quarters training could come in useful. There are situations where the best position for her is right next to an enemy so she can make the most use of her AoE attack. I think critical versatility is better. The Archmilitant gains a +3% bonus to critical damage for every stack of versatility. This bonus is kept when the Archmilitant uses Cautious Approach or Confident Approach. Let's do Agility. And, well, I guess I don't usually give him extra turns. So I'm not going to grab Discipline yet. I'm not sure. Could do shoot on the hands, but he almost always kills whatever he burst attacks. So the debuff wouldn't matter. I guess not always, for boss fights. Do I really want to grab a talent that's only useful for boss fights? I guess close quarters training. That way he can swap to his regular bolter while he's in melee range, because he's almost always in melee range. And still use it. So the Arch Militant can use two-handed ranged weapons within melee range, but with a -10 penalty to ballistic skill. And weapon skill. Selfless Resilience. Allies affected by any of the Vanguard's abilities. Skills of Fellowship, though, so not going to use that. Resilient Beacon. Critical hits deal % less damage to the Vanguard. And weapon skill. They're just that much harder to kill. Not that I think he could be killed anyway at this point. You know what? I'm going to call it here. Next time we'll deal with the... I think it was the Cognizance Fleet. It was in the system, right? So talk to them next time, or fight them. Whatever happens, happens, right? And then we'll head towards... I think Langren's Belt next. I'll double check all the rumors and see how many we have left. I think it's just Langren's Belt and then the main quests. I know there's a couple that I tried to investigate, but I couldn't find anything, like in the Armor 4 system. But we may revisit that later. They might be tied to other quests and we just can't do them yet. But either way for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.